Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're making the #1 recipe on my website pretty much all year round. We're making jalapeno poppers and we're gonna twist it up and make some Texas Twinkies as well. The reason probably why it's so big is because you can make these any time of year. I mean, it's football season starting, basketball season starting, you have barbecues all over the summer, you have New Year's, whatever it is, you always want appetizers, and these are probably one of my favorites. So let's get right into it. So I just set up the smoker, which you guys are gonna see in about 2 minutes, and I'm doing it today on my Kamado Joe. This is gonna work on any type of smoker you have. Pellet grill, you wanna fire up that Traeger, you have an offset smoker, you have a Weber kettle, whatever you have, this is gonna work great on. All right, so we have a little bit of leftover charcoal from the last cook. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take a nice piece of oak wood. Any wood chunks that you have work great. You could put more, but for something like this, I don't think you really need a lot. You know, if you're gonna put more, it's more for a longer cook, like something like a brisket. So we're gonna get that down there in the center, and then we're gonna bury it. Now we're gonna get it lit. So I'm actually gonna use fire starters today. Just gonna get a few in here, pretty much around the center. I don't wanna be around the sides. I like it to be right here in the center. Also, you got that wood in there, so we'll do something like that. And then we'll just get these lit. We have the bottom draft door completely open. We have the top vent completely open. All right, so we're gonna let this ride for about 10 minutes and then we'll come back and we'll start putting in all our accessories and get this ready to smoke. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. You can see the coal is starting to turn gray and ash over. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put in our slow roller base. We're not gonna put the entire slow roller together. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in, we're gonna close the lid, and we're gonna let this come up to temp. So we want it to get warm. We want the lid of the grill to start feeling warm from the outside. Not hot, just warm enough, because we really want to start heating up the ceramic inside before we start putting the accessories in. Now our grill is registering about 400 degrees internally, but if you see, I can put my hand here and it's not too hot. So that's just the flame coming up and hitting the thermometer. So this is exactly where we want to be. It's nice and hot and warm. So what we're going to do now is we're going to close the top. We're going to leave it open, but we're going to close the top vent from being swung open. And now you can see we got a nice flame in there. So we're really combusted right now. So let me get on some gloves and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna set this up. So continuing on, we're gonna put the top piece. Now we're gonna put the top plate on. Now we're gonna put in our divide and conquer system, and there's these slots on it. The slow roller for it fits right in there nicely. We're gonna put on our X accessory rack. So we're running a dual indirect setup today. We are going to put the heat deflector plates on top. So this is the 2-zone. We have it coming out and then an extra layer of protection here, which is going to allow us to heat up that fire a little more and let the wood combust a little more. And now we're putting on our cooking grates. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna close this down. I'm gonna close the bottom to about 1 finger's width open, and I'm gonna close the top to about half. We're gonna let the heat come up, and once we get right in our target range, which is 250 degrees today for these jalapeno poppers, we're gonna start closing it down a little more. All right, so now that we have the smoker fired up, let's get right into it. So I have a few things with me today, and what I just got are these really, really cool Meat Church disposable carving boards that I actually love. I've been using them for about a week now, and it's so nice to just make a big mess and throw these in the garbage. Obviously, you're gonna have to pay for that, but really, really cool. So I'll put a link down if you wanna check them out. All right, so we're gonna jump right into it. So we have our jalapenos, right? And we're gonna use a little knife. And what we're gonna do here, and I know most people usually slice the top or they have a corer, which definitely works well and you can do that, but a trick that I like to use is to put a T in there. So you're just gonna cut a nice line down, get it over there, and then we're gonna do the same thing across, you know, kind of middle, around, side to side. And what that's gonna do is really open this up and allow us to get in there without taking the top off. So as you can see here, now it kind of opens up. We get this little doorway, and I hope you guys can see it. But we get this little doorway. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually scrape out the insides like this. We're not gonna open it up anymore. We're just gonna scrape them out. Now you can use the back of a spoon. You can use whatever you want. I found this little measuring cup, scraper, I think, something like that. So all you're gonna wanna do is really just get it in there. And now this is gonna be, again, on your preference of heat. So a lot of people think it's really the seeds that make the heat, but it's also the veins that are inside of there. So me personally, I like to take these out completely. You don't have to do that, but I like to take it all out and really clean these up. Especially when we're doing the Texas Twinkies, you're gonna get a lot more jalapeno in them. So again, I like to get as much out as possible. So we're just gonna get in there and we're just gonna kind of scrape it all out till we're happy with where we're at. You can also run these under the water to help get some of the seeds out. Now, the big difference between jalapeno poppers and Texas Twinkies, and I'm probably gonna screw that up a ton of times throughout this video, but Texas Twinkies are, think of a Twinkie, right? You have the outside and then the cream in the middle. That's kind of the same thing. We're gonna fill it up and we're gonna have jalapeno all the way around, where with a jalapeno popper, you're gonna slice them in half so you can take the top right off, and then you can slice these right down the middle, and we're gonna make boats instead. So there's gonna be less jalapeno, which again, based on your preference, you're gonna go one direction or the other. People actually really love both. I think people that are more used to jalapenos like the poppers a lot more. I personally do, and I'm not a heat guy, so I would try them both, see which way you like them better. Poppers are always the hit. You know, when you call them Texas Twinkies and you add a few of the extra ingredients that I'm gonna show you in a bit, it really, really is a crowd pleaser. So I would try both, you know, just to see which one you like better. So that's it. We're gonna scrape it out. Again, and we're just gonna make these boats. So again, instead of the whole popper, we now have just these boats. All right, so that looks really good to me. So now we have these two boats and the whole popper. So here's what I'm gonna give you, a pro tip right now. If you pick up anything from this, this is a great tip. When we're doing Texas Twinkies, it's not bad, but it's a little hard to fill these. So what we're gonna do is, we're actually gonna take these all, we're gonna put them on the smoker at 250 degrees, which is our target temp for the day that we're gonna be smoking at, 250 to 275, and we're gonna put them on for about 20 minutes. What that's gonna do is soften these up and make it so much easier to fill them without snapping it or cracking it. You know, if you're careful, it's not gonna happen. But we've also heard that it takes some of the heat out of it. I don't know if that's true, but we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna go put these on for 20 minutes, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what they look like. All right, so while those are on the smoker, let's make the mixture. So the mixture for either route is pretty much the same thing, except for one special ingredient that makes everything better. So I have a bowl here of softened cream cheese. That's about 8 ounces. I would usually use 8 ounces for about 12 jalapenos, but we're just gonna make the mixture and we'll just fill it up as we go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take about a cup of shredded cheese. You can use cheddar cheese if you'd like. I'm just gonna, for now, use a mixture of Mexican cheese. I'm not sure exactly what's in it, but it just tastes way better to me. So we're gonna use Mexican cheese for this. So if you want, give this a try. It just adds a little more flavor to it. If not, if you have some cheddar cheese on hand, you can throw that in as well. So we're just gonna put about a cup of that in. So now we're gonna put in about 2 tablespoons of my rub shaker. This is my all-purpose rub. You can use any rub that you want, any all-purpose rub, whatever flavors you like, you can put them in there. This is my rub shaker. If you've watched my videos, you've seen it. 5 stars, so I'll put a 30% off discount code in the description below if you wanna give it a shot. Otherwise, again, use whatever you have on hand. So I'm just gonna throw about 2 tablespoons in there. Maybe a little more, but I love it, so I'm gonna throw it in there. And then we're just gonna mix it up. We're gonna get a nice mixture going. Now, for the jalapeno poppers, this is what we're gonna use to fill it. But when it comes to the Texas Twinkies, we're gonna bring in our friend, chopped brisket. I just happen to have it on hand from a video that I was just doing, and I'm gonna be using it later for a brisket grilled cheese. So definitely keep an eye out for that. So again, if you get any value out of this, I would hope that you would like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you get notified when I have videos like that coming up. All right, for now I'm just gonna let that sit. I'm not gonna put the brisket in yet. You know what, if you have brisket, you wanna put that in. Chorizo is really good with these, you know, really keep that Mexican flair going. You can pretty much use whatever you want. Sausage, you don't have to use any meat if you don't want. I'm not gonna put it in the jalapenos, but you can, but we will put them in Texas Twinkies. So I'll make some jalapenos first, and then we'll put the brisket in, mix it up a little more, and start filling those Twinkies. All right, so the jalapeno poppers have smoked. I put them on for about a half hour, but let me show you. Hopefully you can see this in the video. They're a lot softer, a lot easier to work with. You see that? They're not as crunchy and crispy as they are when they're fresh. Now they're a lot softer. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna scoop some of this mixture right in. A little tricky, you're gonna get messy. I mean, that's just the name of the game here. You're gonna get messy, but you're gonna put these in. Now, obviously you see this bacon right next to me. You can, if you want, wrap these in bacon. They're delicious, I like them better, but you don't have to. A lot of people do them just like this. and that's it. So you're gonna stuff those up. And then what I like to do, so let me just grab this pan that I have here, because this is what we're gonna put it on. We're not gonna put the pan in the smoker, but we're gonna use this to make it just so much easier to get on and off without these moving around. So what you can do is, what I like to do, is put a little bit of extra cheese on top so it melts. So that's one. All right, so as I said, what we're gonna do is for the Texas Twinkies, we're gonna put the brisket into the mixture and mix it up. So we're gonna get a nice amount of brisket in there. Oh yeah. These are just really hearty, meaty. They'll fill you. You can almost have these as a meal. All right, so that's mixed in there nicely. So what we're gonna do, again, we're gonna stuff these right in there. And again, as you can see, it's just so much easier to work with. And don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. You also don't want to overfill these. You do want to fill them, but you still want to make sure that it's going to close and that it's not just going to pour over and out as it heats up. So to me, that looks like a nice amount. We're going to close that up. A little extra is not bad. All right, you do not want to use thick cut bacon on this. It'll take forever to render. It probably won't render, and you're just gonna have some very tough bacon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start there. We're gonna do a little wrap, as you can see, and you're just gonna start overlapping each one. Not too much. You just want to overlap, kind of like halfway over, I guess. All right, because we want this to render. Again, we want the bacon to start crisping up. It's not gonna get crispy like bacon if you like it like that when you just make bacon, but we do want it to start rendering and crisp up. So I'm actually going to take a piece here. Sometimes the big ones like this just won't fill it. So let me take a little bit here. And we'll do a little more, wrap it around. So again, we're just going to start where we were and wrap it around. Probably push that down a little more. All right, and now for the last piece, which just takes the flavor home. And if you watch me for a while, you know I'm a big flavor guy. I just love flavor. We're gonna put my seasoning right on top of this bacon. All right, so there you have it. Those are ready. We're gonna go get them on the smoker. Again, we're running it smoker at 250 degrees to 275 degrees, and we're gonna run it for an hour and a half, 90 minutes. We'll take them off, we'll let them cool down, and then we'll bite into them. Let's get these on the smoker. All right, so we have the smoker running at 275 degrees right now. Again, 250 to 275 is the target temp for this cook. We're gonna take the wire grate out. We're just gonna put it right on the grates inside the smoker, and it'll make it much easier for us to get them on and take them off again without these things rolling around and moving. So we're gonna get these on now. Run them across. And there we go. So we have them on. We're gonna run them again, 90 minutes. In 90 minutes, we'll check on them. At that point, the bacon should be cooked nicely. Again, it's not gonna be crispy, but it should be cooked really nicely to get a nice bite through this jalapeno. Everything inside should be hot and cooked, and that cheese should be melted. So I'll see you in 90 minutes, and we'll see how they're doing. All right, so it's been 90 minutes. We pulled them off. They look really, really good. The bacon is cooked exactly how I'd want it. So again, it's not gonna be super crispy, but it will be a little bit crispy, but it'll have a really nice bite to it. It won't be fatty and heavy. And again, for these, they just look great. So the cheese on this, you obviously want it melted. I let them cool down for about 5 to 10 minutes because you don't wanna bite into these really, really hot. That cheese inside is hot, and it's probably still gonna be hot. Let me show you guys again what these look like. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. But yeah, they just look nice. And the nice part is it keeps the top on using this T method, so you can actually pick them up. And these, again, I'll put this in here so you can see. Melted cheese on top. Again, you can wrap these in bacon if you want, which would be the same as these. But they look really, really good too. So there's only one thing left to do. Let me grab somebody else just so I can show you guys how they really taste and you don't just think I'm lying to you.
Oh, honey!
All right, wifey's here. So we're gonna try one of each and see how we did and which one you like better. Cool?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna grab this guy here. You grab that one. We'll save the big ones for later.
Cheers. Oh, nice.
Oh, cheers. Good? I like it a lot.
It's good.
Good, right?
Spicy.
Got a kick.
I need water.
Should have brought the water. All right.
Should I go get it quick?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, hold on.
Be right back. With this guy. Come on. Oh, really good.
Yeah.
Right? Not as spicy because it's only half. So it does definitely have a kick. Definitely meatier. I think they're really good. Which one would you pick?
This one.
These ones? Jalapeno poppers? All right.
Yeah.
Cool. That's it. Beat it. All right, so that's it. They're really, really good. Again, this is a mouthful. This is a lot. We got a lot more heat on these because you're getting the whole jalapeno in there in your bite, whereas these, you're getting half. A lot more cheese really cuts through and helps it. So, again, both really, really good. Just personal preference. My wife liked these better. I actually did too, to be quite honest, but these are always just really fun. The big thing is the heat. So if people don't like heat, I would definitely go this route. Just a little bit of heat, a lot of flavor, whereas this is a ton of flavor, but a lot more heat. All right, so that's it. Again, if you like this video, if you got any value out of it, if you like what I'm doing, please consider liking, subscribing, and turning on those notifications. Again, we got the brisket video coming out. We have the brisket sandwich video coming out that is even better than just plain old brisket. So when you turn on those notifications, you'll get notified when I put those out. All right, thank you so much for watching this video, and God bless. I'll see you soon.